Welcome back to our channel. Today, we'll be exploring the fascinating world of extinct animals. From massive creatures that roamed the earth to fierce predators that ruled the skies, we'll be counting down the top 5 extinct animals that once walked this planet. Number 1. The dodo. The dodo, scientifically known as Raphus cucullatus, was a flightless bird native to the island of Mauritius in the Indian Ocean. The species went extinct in the late 17th century due to habitat destruction and hunting by humans, along with the introduction of non-native species such as rats, pigs, and monkeys. The dodo is an iconic and fascinating species, with its distinctive appearance and unique behavior. It was a large bird, standing up to 1 meter tall and weighing up to 23 kilograms. It had a large, curved beak and a bulky body covered in grayish-brown feathers. One of the most interesting aspects of the dodo was its behavior. Due to the lack of predators on Mauritius, the dodo had no need to fly and instead evolved to become flightless. It was also known for its friendly and curious nature towards humans, which unfortunately led to its downfall as it was an easy target for hunting. Despite its extinction, the dodo remains an important symbol of conservation and the need to protect endangered species. Efforts are underway to preserve the habitat and remaining species on Mauritius, and to prevent similar extinctions from happening in the future. Number 2. The Tasmanian tiger, also known as the Thylacinus, was a carnivorous marsupial native to Australia and Tasmania. It is considered to be one of the most enigmatic and mysterious animals to have ever lived. The Tasmanian tiger had a unique appearance, resembling a dog or a wolf with distinctive stripes on its back. Unfortunately, the last known Tasmanian tiger died in captivity in 1936, and the species was declared extinct. The Tasmanian tiger was once widespread across Australia, but its range was significantly reduced after the arrival of Europeans in the late 18th century. They were hunted for their fur, as well as for the perceived threat they posed to livestock. Additionally, their habitat was destroyed by the introduction of grazing animals such as sheep and cattle. The extinction of the Tasmanian tiger is a stark reminder of the devastating impact that human activities can have on wildlife. Despite extensive searches, no confirmed sightings of the Thylacinus have been made since the 1930s. However, there have been numerous reports of sightings and unverified evidence of their existence, leading to speculation that the species may still be alive in some remote regions of Australia. Efforts have been made to clone the Tasmanian tiger using DNA samples from preserved specimens, but these attempts have been unsuccessful so far. However, advances in technology and genetic engineering may make it possible to bring the Tasmanian tiger back from extinction in the future. In conclusion, the Tasmanian tiger was a unique and fascinating animal that was tragically hunted to extinction. Despite the uncertainty surrounding its possible existence, it remains an important symbol of the importance of conservation and the need to protect our planet's wildlife. Number 3. The woolly mammoth. The woolly mammoth, also known as Mammuthus primigenius, was a species of prehistoric elephant that lived during the Pleistocene epoch, between 2.6 million and 12,000 years ago. These magnificent creatures were well adapted to the harsh, cold environments of the Ice Age, with a shaggy coat of fur and long, curved tusks that could reach up to 4 meters in length. Woolly mammoths were massive creatures, weighing up to 6 tons and standing over 3 meters tall at the shoulder. They roamed across vast areas of the northern hemisphere, from Europe and Asia to North America. However, around 10,000 years ago, these majestic animals disappeared from the face of the earth, likely due to a combination of climate change and human hunting. But could the woolly mammoth come back to life? Recent advances in genetics and cloning technology have raised the possibility of de-extincting this iconic species. In fact, scientists have already managed to extract DNA from woolly mammoth remains found in the permafrost of Siberia. One of the most promising avenues for bringing the woolly mammoth back to life is through a process called backbreeding. This involves selectively breeding elephants that have been genetically modified to carry mammoth traits, such as a shaggy coat and smaller ears. Over time, it may be possible to create a hybrid elephant-mammoth species that closely resembles the woolly mammoth. Another possibility is cloning. Scientists have already successfully cloned several species, including sheep and cattle. However, cloning a woolly mammoth would be much more difficult, as it would require intact, well-preserved DNA from a mammoth specimen. Despite these challenges, some scientists remain optimistic that it could be done within the next few decades. But why would we want to bring back the woolly mammoth? For one, it would offer a fascinating glimpse into the prehistoric past, and could help us better understand how these creatures lived and interacted with their environment. Additionally, some researchers believe that reintroducing the woolly mammoth to its former habitats could help restore the balance of ecosystems that have been disrupted by climate change and other human activities. Of course, there are also ethical and practical concerns to consider. Some argue that de-extincting species could divert resources and attention away from more pressing conservation efforts, and that we should focus on protecting the animals that are still alive today. Others worry about the potential unintended consequences of introducing a long-extinct species back into the world. Overall, the woolly mammoth is a fascinating and iconic species that captures the imagination of people around the world. While bringing it back to life is still a subject of debate and research, the possibility of seeing these magnificent creatures roam the earth once again is an intriguing prospect. Your support means a lot to us. Before we continue, please consider showing your support by liking, sharing, and subscribing. Number 4. The saber-toothed cat. The saber-toothed cat, also known as Smilodon, is one of the most famous prehistoric animals. It lived during the Pleistocene epoch, between 2.5 million and 10,000 years ago, and was a dominant predator in North and South America. One of the most distinctive features of the saber-toothed cat is its long, curved canine teeth, which could grow up to 7 inches in length. These teeth were used to kill prey, but also may have been used for display or to intimidate rivals. Despite its impressive appearance, the saber-toothed cat was not actually closely related to modern cats, and had a number of unique adaptations that set it apart. For example, its skull was much larger and heavier than that of a modern cat, and it had a more muscular body with shorter legs. Saber-toothed cats likely preyed on large mammals such as bison, horses, and mammoths. They may have hunted in packs, using their strength and powerful jaws to take down prey. While saber-toothed cats went extinct around 10,000 years ago, there have been efforts to bring them back using genetic engineering. However, the challenges involved in cloning a species from such ancient DNA, combined with ethical concerns about reintroducing an extinct animal into the wild, make this a controversial area of research. Overall, the saber-toothed cat is an iconic example of the amazing diversity of life that has existed on Earth, and a testament to the incredible adaptations that animals can develop to survive in their environments. Number 5. Irish elk. The Irish elk, also known as the giant deer or Irish giant deer, was one of the largest deer species to have ever lived. It roamed across Eurasia during the last ice age and went extinct around 7,700 years ago. In this 3-minute speech, we will explore the unique features of the Irish elk and the reasons behind its extinction. Firstly, the Irish elk was a magnificent animal, standing at over 6 feet tall at the shoulder and with antlers spanning up to 12 feet. It was a herbivorous grazer, feeding mainly on grasses and sedges. Despite its impressive size, the Irish elk was a fast and agile runner, able to escape predators like wolves and cave lions. However, the Irish elk faced several environmental pressures that ultimately led to its extinction. The end of the last ice age resulted in significant changes to the landscape and vegetation, which may have affected the availability of food for the Irish elk. Additionally, human hunting likely played a role in the Irish elk's extinction, as they were a source of food and materials for early human communities. One theory for the extinction of the Irish elk is that their antlers became too large, making it difficult for the males to move through dense forests or compete for mates. As a result, their population may have become smaller and more vulnerable to environmental pressures. Despite being extinct for thousands of years, the Irish elk has left a lasting legacy in our culture. Its remains have been found in many ancient burial sites, suggesting that it held significant spiritual or cultural importance to our ancestors. Its impressive antlers have also been used as a symbol of strength and masculinity in various contexts, including as a logo for a popular brand of whiskey. In recent years, there have been attempts to bring the Irish elk back to life using genetic engineering. While this technology is still in its early stages and raises ethical questions, it does raise the possibility that we may one day see this magnificent creature once again. In conclusion, the Irish elk was a fascinating and awe-inspiring animal that roamed the earth during a time of significant environmental change. Its extinction serves as a reminder of the complex interactions between humans and the natural world, and the importance of protecting and preserving our planet's biodiversity. We hope you found our video informative and enjoyable. If so, please consider liking, sharing, and subscribing to our channel.